Hi guys, my name is Princess, ex-BBNaija season 6 housemate. You're watching the Convo on Boomplay.
I have with me BBNaija's finest and hottest princess in the house. Isn't she pretty? I mean, it's like seeing you there on the TV is not doing justice. So and now see, I'm like, God, where was this beauty in the house?
Please.
So now that you're out of the house, how do you feel?
Exciting. I feel great. Like the love has been something else. Like the love is too much. Like
Incredibly well. It comes with you're a celebrity now, so of course. And you did your thing in the house. So I asked you earlier if you miss the house. You said no.
No, I don't. But
Why?
I miss my friends.
Why don't you miss the house?
I mean, I'm out. I'm out. So, like, missing the house will not take me back to the house. Yeah, but I miss my friends in the house.
mean, I know it won't, but don't you miss anything special? Okay, you miss your friends.
I forgot my sponge, so maybe I'll go back and get it.
So you want to go back? Or maybe you send a message to Big Brother to send your sponge down for you.
I will.
So you say you miss your friends Tega.
Of course. My sugar daddy.
Your sugar daddy.
White money.
So tell us about your experience in the house. How was it?
Like the experiences. How do I explain? It wasn't what I expected. Like, it was more than what I expected. Like, the experience is not something I can explain. Like, it was more than what I expected. Like, I was wild. Like, so, I enjoyed myself while in the house.
When you were in the house, what was going through your mind? Because I know before you went into the house, you people were in isolation. Yes. And then getting into the house, what was going through your head? I mean, being with 20, 21 others, and they brought new sets of people. So what was going through your head at that time?
And okay, so like going into the house at first, the first week was not easy for me because, like you said, coming out of isolation and all that, so I needed time to process a lot of things. Like, I needed time to understand my environment and all that. So when I did eventually. When I did, I began to like adapt and become more free, so like bringing new housemates, what? That was when I told myself, like, the game has begun. Like, you really need to shine your eye, so like we didn't expect that at all. We didn't. It was a shocker for all of us, but like it was also a wake-up call for all of us to know that you're actually in this game, because at first we were too relaxed, like we totally forgot that we were in a game. You understand? Like, it was a wake-up call for us.
Interesting. So, tell us about the housemates. Let's talk about Perry. Perry was the head of house, and I remembered you had that night after your task. You people had like a mini confrontation, and you're like, "I go put your position for side and change them for you." So,
okay.
What's it about Perry?
Oh, that night he really got to me. Like, I've been bottling up a lot for him. Like, okay, so because he's a head of house, like, and we're meant to understand that if you're head of house, you're like a mini Big Brother, so you shouldn't be disrespected, disregarded, or whatnot. So I'm like, so when he was doing all that, I'm like, because you're head of house, let me just chill. But that night was like, I had it up to, like, I couldn't take it anymore. I mean, this dude at first he wanted to set me up with me and my friend. Like, he wanted to set me against my friend, which is White Money. Everybody knows White Money is my friend. And then he came to me, he want me to manage the kitchen, take over the kitchen. In fact, I'm like, what is this guy trying to do? Me taking over the kitchen automatically means that White Money will see me as a betrayer. Do you get? Like, we ladies came into the house, like the guys came before us, and then I came into the house, I saw that White Money is in the kitchen already. Do you get? So I don't have to, like, okay, because I'm a caterer, I have to like drag the kitchen with him. No, that's why I was relaxed. So, like, telling me to take over the kitchen, I saw that as like setting two people against each other, so I needed to like deliberately sabotaged his game plan to, like, set White Money and all that. So like with the confrontation I had with him, okay, so there's this particular drink I like in the house, like outside the house, like that's like my favorite drink.
I remember you mentioned that.
Yeah, so like I like this drink, and I noticed that the other housemates don't like this. They don't. Yeah, they just open and waste the drink. I'm like, okay, if I allow this to continue, the drink will just be wasting. And this, since it's my favorite, I decided to keep it to myself. Not just to myself, because I remember on several occasions, Angel will come and say, it has finished. I know you're the one that took it. I'm like, yes, I did. Do you want? She say, yes, I'll go and give her. Likewise, every other person, I'll keep giving them, but I'll be like, make sure you finish it too. Like, So, and then, so when that Indomie thing happened and he was sharing the Indomie, and then he now said, okay, princess, he got one side with me, him, and Boma, one side, like, okay, you have to stop taking this drink. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Do you get, like, one-on-one? I said, that's fine. And then as if that was not enough, the dude went in public and then was trying to paint a picture of me that I didn't like. Do you get? He was trying to paint a picture, and you agree with me that other housemates also didn't like that picture he was trying to paint. So that really got me like upset. Like, why do you have to do this? What exactly do you want people to think of me? So I needed to just put him in his place, So that was it.
Because that night, everybody, because for all of us, the viewers, it was like nobody has been able to stand up to Perry, because it felt very domineering and all of that. And also, I want you to talk about him as, he kept saying the kitchen was white money strategy. Do you also think it's white money strategy? Okay, so strategy is allowed in the game. If you have a strategy, it is fine. I'm allowed to have a strategy. If you think I have a strategy and it's not okay with you, bring your strategy. Let's fight strategy to strategy. Do you get? Don't make it look like for him now, it's no longer strategy. Like being outside, even while I was in the house, I was still seeing the same thing. Like, it's no longer a strategy. It's more like the H word. I don't want to use that. Do you get? It's more like you have the H word for this guy, not just strategy. I mean, it's okay. This guy enjoys what he does. It's okay for it to be his strategy. Yeah. But at the same time, like Irene said, he is using his strategy to feed people. To feed 22, 23 other housemates. Do you get? It's not easy at all. I'm a caterer, so talking from as a caterer is not easy. Yeah. Do you get? So he's using it to feed people or to help people, which is okay. So if you feel threatened by his strategy, look for another way. Like, okay, so I'm not saying you should, maybe it's bad taking him out of the kitchen and all that, because you're head of house, you can't do anything. But like the way he went about it, like you shouldn't have gone about it like that. I mean, you didn't even call this guy one side to say, okay, this is what I want to do. I want you to rest. You could have said, okay, I want you to rest. I don't want you to do. So he doesn't feel bad. You called a meeting, and then this guy is just hearing this thing for the first time. How do you expect him to feel? I mean, for me, that was not nice at all. Well, he's no longer the head of house now. So what do you think about Maria as a housemate?
As a housemate?
Yes.
Maria, I think she's okay. I think she's good, in as much as she's also playing a game too, but I don't have any particular thing I don't have anything against Maria. She's cool, she's just there for me.
You don't think she's manipulative?
She is. That's why I said she's playing a game too. So her own game might be just, she is. And that's her own game, and that's cool for me. For me, it's okay to have a strategy. It's very okay. That's what the game is all about.
Interesting. So before you went into the Big Brother house, what were you doing?
I was a taxi driver.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Interesting. In Lagos or where?
In Abuja. I live in Abuja.
Wow.
Yes.
Wait, when you say taxi, is it like a Uber driver?
Yes.
Wow. So when you're driving, when your rider comes into the car,
okay, so the first thing I get,
because I know they have. I've been in a cab where it was a female driver, but we have rare.
Yes. So like it's always, oh my goodness, this is my first time of seeing a lady Uber driver and all that. So like, but it's been all like positive, energy and vibe. Like I get more encouraged, I get more positive comments. Like maybe after the ride you get 5-star with comments, like she's good, I'm proud of blah blah blah. So it's just like it's fun actually, in as much as you have the negative side, but like you can't compare to the positivity you get out of it. So like it's not easy being a female taxi driver, but like if it's fun.
So now that you're out, will you go back to, I know the opportunities have changed for you, but imagine now you're a celebrity and then someone ups you already, like, oh my god, princess of my driver. So are you going to go back to it, or you have other plans?
I will not go back to driving, but like the plans I have, I want to have a taxi app. So that's still in line with transportation, with the taxi thing. So I want to have a taxi app. So maybe when I develop my taxi app, I'll probably, the first 1 month, I'll probably do the driving myself, for the fun of it, So maybe look out for that. I'll probably drive you.
I'm looking out for that. So now let's go back. So on the day of your eviction, you dropped the bombshell. What? You dropped a bombshell. So why did you keep it to that point? Was there any point in time you ever thought like, okay, let me walk up to this guy to tell him how I feel and all of that?
Okay, so with Cross, I was never going to tell him I like him, but I was probably going to show more signs, like, show more signs that, oh, I like him. Because like, okay, so before that, on that Sunday, I'd already told myself that, okay, if I don't leave the house today, I'll probably do more things to show this guy that, okay, I like you, and so, and on the other hand, I'm like, okay, even if I leave, I have to do something dramatic, like I have to do something but the main reason I did that was just not to make the housemate, to give them something to talk about. Like, every eviction, like once your friend leaves, you get sober, you get emotional and all that. So I needed them to talk about something. I needed the house to be lively after the eviction. So I thought to myself, what will I do or say that will keep these people talking for a long time? So I'm like, okay, tell them, because they all thought that I was in love with white money. I love white money, but not in the way they were seeing it. Like, white money is my G, but not in that way. So I needed them to understand that. So that's why.
So now, on getting to the live show on the stage, you found out that I nominated you for eviction. How did that make you feel? Did you feel some sort of regret?
No, not at all.
So
not at all. That's because, he didn't know. I would have felt some sort of regret if I had made my intentions known, or if I told him, or if we were friends or in a relationship in the house and he still nominated me. Of course, I would feel betrayed and all that, but he didn't know. And after the show, I watched where he was saying, oh, why didn't she tell me? I probably would have known her more, like try to know her more, know things about her if she had told me. So imagine if I had told him, he wouldn't have nominated me. So like, it's a game. You can, at some point we all will have to leave the game. So like, I didn't feel any type of way at all.
Interesting. So do you still think something can happen between both of you when it comes out of the house?
We'll get to the bridge, we'll cross it. Like, nothing happened in the house, so like, I'm not expecting anything to happen, but like, if it does, fine. That's why I said when we get to the bridge, we'll cross it.
Okay, interesting. So now that you're out, what, aside the cab app, what other plans do you have?
Yeah, I have a couple of businesses. Like, before the taxi thing, I was doing a cosmetic business. So I hope to go back to my cosmetic business, and then my restaurant, and then my taxi app.
Interesting. So we hope to see more from you and hear more from you.
Of course.
All the best. No, before that, yes. So who do you think, who are your top 5 housemates?
That has to be my niggas, my pals. Okay, I have White Money on the list. I have Tega, my baby girl. I have Liquor Rose. I have J. Paul. These are my friends. Of course, I want them to win. Yeah, and then Sasuke.
Interesting. So what do you think about Nini and Saga?
Oh, I love those two. I do. Like, I like the connection. I love them both. Like, I know Nini has a boyfriend outside the house, but like, I love them both. I just wish they can do something outside the house, but I mean, it's left for both of them, and it's left for Nini also to decide. Yeah.
We shall see, because that's the only thriving triangle in the house. So I mean, the thriving relationship in the house.
And Liquor Rose are not doing badly at all. I know for the fact that Liquor Rose really likes Emmanuel. Yeah, Emmanuel also likes her, but I don't know how much.
You don't think he's using her to play with them?
It's possible. That's why I say I don't know how much. It's very possible, but like their two look so good together.
Interesting. So, thank you. It was nice talking to you, and hope to see more from you.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.